Welcome back, Advice Pod, Kyle, Raysean, Jackson White, and we are back with r/questions. How can I tell a friend that they're a loser in the most productive way possible? Best fucking title.
Yo, I just have to quickly say they sound like they have long passed their limit. Like they've been tired. They've been over it.
You will learn by the end of this post. This is very much like the last attempt. I was hoping to more effectively get the point across to my friend that they're degenerate and need to make changes. I can go into specifics if needed, but it's all nothing too insane. Just typical toxic alpha male crap. I've tried wording it all sorts of ways, but I think that my resentment toward their degeneracy skews my criticism toward them.
Hold on. Hold on. What did you said? But
I'm going to read it again because that's the best sentence I've read on here in a minute. Just typical toxic alpha male crap. I've tried wording it all sorts of ways, but I think that my resentment toward their degeneracy skews my criticism towards them. Like, I'm so mad that they're such a fucking degenerate. I feel that I cannot voice my concerns about them in like
my bias is too deep.
Yeah, my bias is too deep.
Yes.
Is there an effective way, even if it's just a metaphor, that I can extend as a Hail Mary, quote unquote, before cutting this person off? It just feels wrong to leave them without trying something first. So like you said, dude, sounds like they've been done.
They're done.
Been done. Jackson White is a resident expert on the manosphere. You want to jump in on how we could possibly deprogram this kid's friend?
I mean, I don't honestly. Well, they didn't say how old they were or anything like that. You know, so there's so much that goes along with it. They're probably fairly young. I would be my guess. Stuff like this, you just kind of got to let life kick your ass a little bit before you realize that certain things are just wrong. And one of the biggest problems with that space is it's like it's too superficial for its own good. Like they make it out to where women aren't human beings. They're like these robots that like don't have preferences and don't have feelings and they all respond and act the same way. But also that makes it such that men are the same way. It's like unless you like fit this exact category, you're basically worthless. But the reality is, man, it's like, and then they paint these pictures of like, if you want to live a good, successful life, you got to be just banging all these chicks all day long. And it's like that. I mean, if you want AIDS, then cool, go ahead and do that. I mean, that's real shit. Like if it, you know, like, and then they paint women out like, oh, they're just chasing these. No, bro. Women will like you if they like you. Like women like you for who you are above anything else. There's certain things that attract people, but that's all it is. It's just a foot in the fucking door.
And the bullshit coming out of your boy's mouth right now is not the shit that is going to attract women.
No, so. But that's the problem with that with the manospheres. It's like it makes you worse. You know what I'm saying? Because you go out and it's like what you're being told isn't working, because then they'll look out and they'll see all these everyday average regular people in relationships and, you know, like living just fine because, you know, again, most people just want companionship. They want someone who's there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like people got to wake up every day and go to work, take care of their kids. Like people aren't out here just dating everybody all the time. You know, so it's just everything about the red pill is just wrong, and it's told by a bunch of guys, honestly, who don't like women. You know,
in a lot of cases.
Myron Gaines wrote a book called "Why Women Deserve Less."
Oh, is he like one of the incel kings? I don't know the name.
The Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh, those motherfuckers. All right, interesting you mentioned them. I watched a video on YouTube yesterday. I listened to it as I was doing some shit driving around. From FD Signifier, amazing left wing. He's a really, really good content creator. He's a very cool dude. But it was about basically the manosphere and like the demographic. Obviously, it's dudes, but the demographic of people who watch it and how it's like affected them since the manosphere became a thing, say like, I don't know, a decade-ish ago. this whole online movement of just being like the alpha male and telling women to be in their place or whatever the fuck. And one of the things that really hit me in the video, he does this whole breakdown of a lot of data he compiles of like the ages of when people start consuming that content and like how it ultimately affects their lives. So a good portion of that demographic, they're from like, 18 to 25. And then there's another good portion of it that's like 26 to 40. I'm probably getting the numbers wrong, but those two chunks ish, right? But on the other side of that age range is kids who are like 13 fucking years old and they're obsessed with Andrew Tate content and just like telling bitches to be bitches and get in the kitchens, you know what I mean? And they haven't even had the opportunity to go out and start dating and trying to pursue romantic relationships, and they've already adopted and committed to this ideology. It's super fucking frightening. I don't know. It was an interesting video. FT Signifier, go check it out if you're into that kind of commentary. But truly frightening. I would probably just drop this fucking kid and be like, "Yeah, good luck, chud." But that's
Let
me.
him live his life.
Yeah, and let it be way the fuck away from me. But Raysean,
Well,
you deal with incels at all? What's the deal with that?
well, there's a different. It's a lot of different views on this I have, but going straight to the person. If you're talking to your friend, I feel like the best way to break this down to them is take them and basically ask them this: since you hit on this new personality, has anything happened to you that didn't happen to you before? Have you been getting more bitches? Have you been having better success in financially? Have you been doing anything
Yeah.
that you would not normally be able to do with your red pill attitude?
Talk
Like
to me about the results this has gotten you so far.
Yes.
just show me, like, and then you basically compare, and it'd be like when we go out and be talking to bitches and shit, and you keep your conversation going. I let you go on that side of the corner because I really want you to see how that works. Do you see how we have this table over here and we talking and we able to like confuse how conversate over here, and you over here and motherfuckers are running away? Like, what did he say? Bitches need to do what? Get in the
Get back in the
kitchen.
kitchen, bitch.
Like what? Oh, hold up. Nobody even want to be. They trying to kick you out right now. Nobody want that vibe around here. But you need to keep that to yourself. Second, for the whole red pill type of thing, to me, I put it in the type of like mindset of like a religion. You know what I mean? People are allowed to believe whatever they want to believe. If that's what it is, that's what it is. One thing I always tell people something is if you found that shit on the internet, always remember a lot of times things are played up for entertainment. A lot of these people don't even live the same life they talk about. But sometimes a lot of them have to live the same life they portray because that's the only thing they are. You know what I mean? So, but I
Yeah.
mean, you always got to look at it from the perspective of do you want all Andrew Tate's problems? Because I mean, that man has a lot of fucking shit going on with
Many
him.
self-inflicted, to be fair. Guy's
That's
a
what I'm
One of them
saying.
goddamn
These
will.
are
dummy.
things you're gonna have to put yourself into doing to play these roles and shit. Because it's not an easy thing to be. Because you got to be red pill all the time. You can't be red pill on these issues and not these issues. Because it's like,
Right.
what are you? You're just
Nah,
playing.
I feel like you can have differing opinion. I think about this a lot sometimes because I definitely am like a lefty. I don't want to say liberal. I don't want to say leftist, but I'm definitely a liberal leaning person. Maybe is the nicest way to say it. My point is, I think anybody who automatically adopts the ideology of one way or the other is somebody who lacks critical thinking skills. Even if I do the critical thinking and I still come out on the left 90 fucking 5% of the time, I think it's more important that people have the critical thinking skills to at least consider all other options or other, points of view, other lines of thought, other people's experiences or perspectives. That's fucking important. If automatically your worldview becomes gospel and it becomes, the Bible to your fucking actions and your behavior, as in a lot of the incel community does, can't be a fucking beta male. You can't let women fucking walk all over you. You got to kickbox and fucking sell online courses about how to be a man or whatever the fuck that ideology looks like. If you just automatically adopt it blindly, you're a goddamn idiot. You're the mark, and you're the reason that people like this are able to continue to thrive, survive, and build massive fucking fortunes while the rest of us are just struggling to like pay our rent or like go to the fucking doctor. So if you want to be a stupid pig and shit, good job. If you want to exercise some critical thinking skills, make sure you like the video and come back every day, Monday through Friday, to watch another advice pod video. Make sure you tell us down in the comments, how do you feel about the red pill community
Yes,
or
results.
the manosphere
What
or
are your results,
whatever?
man?
What would you ask a friend to get them off the fucking shit train of I hate women and then maybe I secretly like dudes, but I'm not like really comfortable with coming out and saying that in the public because maybe people will judge me and I don't want to be judged the way I've judged others in the past because I know how hard I judge them and that's just not cool. But I'm not willing to say that shit publicly or reconcile with my prior feelings. Let us know down in the comments, like the video, and come back tomorrow where we're going to be talking about blaming Jesus Christ, telling my parents that they're the reason my brother died. So that'll be fun and heavy and cool. Yep. Anyway, thanks, Ray. Thanks, Jackson. I appreciate you guys' time, but let's talk about some dead brothers tomorrow. Yeah. Not in a racist way, but in a my brother died way.
Let's do it.
Deal.
Both show. And remember, do not be a butchie.